This video is not meant to be negative at all about DNRS. I think it's an excellent program, an excellent resource, but as with anything, it's not fully comprehensive, and there's always still more to learn. There's always still more things that you can do to support your healing. Hello my friends, I'm just enjoying this beautiful day outside. The sun is out and it's warm, and you might even be able to hear the birds singing in the background. So, a lot of you have asked me questions about DNRS. So, almost a year ago now, I started a brain retraining course and program called DNRS, and it stands for Dynamic Neural Retraining System. And the idea with the DNRS program is to help those with chronic illness get out of a chronic maladaptive stress response with their nervous system, to get out of a chronic fight or flight state, and to move your body into a more regulated state, a state of homeostasis where healing can actually start to take place. Because when you're stuck in fight or flight, the body almost acts like it's being attacked by a tiger all the time. Even if a stimulus isn't dangerous, the body can perceive it as dangerous and act that way. So conditions like POTS or mast cell activation syndrome are huge indicators of nervous system dysregulation. So the DNRS program helps to sort of give you a foundation of knowledge to help bring your nervous system to a state where healing can start to happen. But I want to be clear about this and not give the wrong message. So yes, the DNRS program has helped me so much, and I was really strict about doing the program for quite some time, and now I'm kind of adapted it to my own needs and kind of just changing things as I see fit. And there are things that I don't like about the DNRS program. I know I share a lot about it, and I think it's an excellent resource, but being completely honest, it was the best money that I've ever spent on my health. But that being said, I do feel like the program almost kind of gives a vibe that just stick to the program, that's all you have to do, and that's all you need to do to get better. And that doesn't really resonate with me. And I think the program almost makes it sound like DNRS is what heals you versus like it giving you tools to help your body to heal. I strongly believe that the body has an innate ability to heal. And when people ask me if DNRS is the one thing that the biggest contributor to my recovery, I would say no, because I think the most important part of healing comes from within. And finding those tools to regulate your nervous system can be difficult. And so having a course like the DNRS program or the GUPTA program or Primal Trust can be really helpful for those with chronic illness, because it's difficult to know where to start with that sort of thing. And having a structure that allows you to be really consistent with things like brain rewiring and nervous system regulation can be very helpful. So that's why I say that it was the best money that I've spent on my health, because I felt like it gave me the tools and the knowledge that I needed to learn more about nervous system regulation and be inspired to learn more on my own. When it comes to DNRS, I will say there are also parts of the program that are very cheesy and that may not resonate with some people, but I think if you have an open mind, you should be able to get past it and sort of take what resonates with you from the program and like leave the rest. And so that's kind of how I feel about everything when I'm learning about natural ways to heal, is that, you know, I'm going to be open-minded, I'm going to learn from all different sources, but when it comes to it, I'm just going to take what resonates with me and apply that to my life as works best for me. I do share a lot about DNRS, and I think it's a great tool, but it's not the end-all be-all for nervous system regulation. There are so many ways to regulate your nervous system, and literally, the food we eat wires our brain. The things we think about wires our brain. The environment we're in, toxins we're exposed to, being in nature, and all those things can wire our brain either in a positive way or a negative way too. And this video is not meant to be negative at all about DNRS. I think it's an excellent program, an excellent resource, but as with anything, it's not fully comprehensive, and there's always still more to learn. There's always still more things that you can do to support your healing. Another thing that I strongly believe is that some methods of nervous system regulation will work better for others depending on their point in their chronic illness journey, where they're at, as well as their personality, their traumas, like all these things can affect how different methods of nervous system regulation may work well for you, and that can also change at different points in your journey. Like something that didn't work great for you, at one point may be amazing at another point. And so I guess I just wanted to make this video because there are things about DNRS that I don't like and that I don't resonate with. I still am so grateful for the progress that it's brought me and the things that I've learned through the DNRS program, but I don't see it as an end-all be-all when it comes to nervous system regulation. I don't see it as the only way to heal. I see the most important part of healing and recovering from chronic illness as something that comes from within. And a really big part of that is letting go of limiting beliefs, believing that you can heal, believing that healing is possible for you. And that's a hard thing to do when you've been told for a really long time that you may have this illness for the rest of your life, or it's incurable or whatever. But honestly, I think that the fact that doctors say that to chronic illness patients is just so damaging on so many levels, because people believe that, and that can be self-fulfilling. What you believe, your core beliefs, have a great impact on your physical reality. And so for me, a turning point was when I started to let go of those limiting beliefs, and I started to let myself fully believe that recovery was possible for me no matter what any doctor told me. And when I started to take my recovery into my own hands, that was a huge step for me. And I stopped sort of waiting for some treatment or some doctor to come and save me. That being said, I'm not suggesting that modern medicine doesn't have its place, and if a certain medication or treatment or surgery helps you, that's great. But I just, in my own experience with the thousands of people that I've interacted with online and in person, the people that are really healing are not the people that are going down the Western medicine route. Anyway, what I believe is the nervous system holds the key for the body's innate ability to heal. So once we start to signal safety to our body and our brain consistently, then that's when the body will get to a point where you can start to heal. And healing is a process. It takes time, and it takes so much effort. It's so much hard work, and it can be discouraging and difficult, and there's so many things about it that have been incredibly challenging, but it's a good kind of hard. It's a much better kind of hard than being severely ill. And so that's why I'm continuing to share my journey and what I've learned, and I love hearing your stories and your victories. So many of you guys have messaged me saying that you're starting to recover, you're starting to heal, and nothing can make me more happy than hearing of people recovering from chronic illness, because I know how difficult it is to live with severe chronic illness, and I don't want anyone to have to go through that for any longer than they have to. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on some of the, I guess you could say, negative sides of the DNRS program. That's not to say that I wouldn't recommend it and I'm not grateful for the progress that it gave me, but it's just to share that I don't think it's a perfect program. I think it's an excellent place to start and is really, really beneficial for most people with chronic illness, and I would recommend it, but it's not an end all be all. Just remember, take what resonates with you and adapt it to what works best for you, and just leave the rest. I'll give you an example. The DNRS program always wants you to be standing for these rounds and do certain steps for the brain retraining, and I have almost never stood up to do a single DNRS round, and it still brought me lots of benefit. I usually do it when I'm sitting down or when I'm laying down. I don't ever do it when I'm standing up, and it still brought me lots of benefit. So that's just a little example of how I've adapted it to work best for me. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments or anything that you would like me to make a video about. This is more of just a casual, quick, unedited style of video. Let me know if you like that or not. But hope you guys are all doing as well as possible. I'm rooting for you, cheering you on, and we'll look forward to seeing you again very soon.